The grey man does whatever a grey man can. Can he make a comic feed? Yes, he can. He just did. Watch now, a video from Grey Man. A video from Grey Man.
Grey Maniacs gather! It's that time of the day again. That's right, it's time for me to go through my box of comics. We're going through box number 34. We've got quite a little stack to go through because the end of this box, it's Impulse. Impulse, yes. Bart Allen. He shares the same name as the Flash, the original Flash. Barry Allen, because Barry Allen's name is Bartholomew Allen. Is his real name, Bartholomew Allen, and he shortens it to Barry. And his descendant, great grandson, I think it is. Yeah, also known as Bartholomew Allen, but he shortens it to Bart. So there you go. That's information for you. Information you probably already knew, but it's still information. Right, Impulse, Mr. Popularity. This was another good fun run. You know, not too serious. Obviously, there's serious bits when there has to be. There's some serious fights, but in between, there's lots of silly giggles. He's an impulsive speedster kid who he's kind of got super attention deficit disorder, super ADD, is it? Or is it ADHD, super attention deficit hyperactive disorder, something like that. That's but he's got kind of that dialed up to 100 miles per hour kind of. That's the impression that I got anyway. Monsters. Like Mark Waid is the writer on this one. It's pretty cool, fun comic book. Arrested Developments. Yeah, good. It's just the kind of thing that annoys me. There's a good, long, fun run, and then he kind of grew up suddenly. Some time mishap, and suddenly he was an adult, and he became Flash for about 10 minutes, and he was killed. Oh yeah, well, that's nice. That's always good. It's always good when a young superhero is suddenly aged in the comic books and then gets killed. That's always one of my favourite things about comic books when it happens. I lie. But yeah, this is XS, who's also a descendant from the Legion of Superheroes, also a descendant of Barry Allen. Yeah, I don't know if they're related to each other. I'm assuming they would be in some respect. But you know how relative after relative, you know, they might have met each other like 1,000 years after Barry Allen, the original Flash, was around. You know, the families obviously branched off many times. So it's a good possibility they never even knew each other. I can't remember what it is how it's decided in the stories though, but I dare say they're distant relatives to each other. But I can't remember the actual storyline. Absolute Stop, Dead Heat, Part 3 of 6. Guessing this is crossing over with probably the Flash, because we haven't got 4 of 6, but let me go on to 5 of 6. Collision Course. I was talking about this before. This is another one that's got a price label on it, and I don't understand why it's got a price. Because I thought that, you know, all the comic books from this era I was getting on a monthly basis from my comic shop. So I don't understand why every now and again I'll find one that's got a price stamp on it. Because they didn't put price stamps on it when it was going straight into my pool box. So, I don't know, I don't remember. There is another one with a couple here with 125 prices on them. Yeah, I really should take the time to steam those off, but yeah, I haven't. Maybe I will one day. There's a load of them with prices on. Maybe I bought them all from eBay off like a job lot or something, but I don't remember. Really don't recall. What is going on there? Is that someone's sword? Oh no, I'm assuming it's a cross. It's holding up a cross, I'm assuming. Faith is the title. And this one says Trust. Okay, moving on. Another pack to open up. Ghosts of the Past. That must be Max Mercury, I'm guessing. Max Mercury was kind of like his mentor. He was a speedster who, I don't know if he had a slow aging process or somehow he was jumping along in time, but he's been around in history quite a lot. It looks like a team up with Zatanna. Yep, guest star in Zatanna. Looking younger in that one and sort of super skinny. Manchester, we have a problem. Yeah, I think that was where his base of operations was. Not Manchester, England, but somewhere called Manchester in America, I believe. He was his base of operations in this run. I'm assuming that's why it says Manchester, we have a problem. I know who you are. Somebody recognised him in his school. With that hair, it's kind of like... It's quite a bold mop of hair. It'd be hard to sort of like, disguise, really. Right, the Flash, back from the future. So his Impulse is reading a Flash comic book. Maybe we should make that a cover slingers thing sometime. Superheroes reading comic books. But that would be quite awkward though. There can't be that many comic books that show comic books on the cover. Ooh, that'd be a tricky one. Oh no, I wouldn't put that as a choice because it could be very problematic. Right, look, a legion of Impulses. It looks like Impulse is making himself a pain in the butt for the legion of superheroes there. Right, guest starring Jesse Quick. Are they in the UK? It's a London telephone box or a UK telephone box. He's not mastered the quick change yet by the looks of it. Right, and here's getting pulled by the year. Family Matters. I'm guessing that's Max Mercury, and he's in the doghouse. He's getting yanked by the ear. That's what you do with unruly kids when they've been unruly. You pull them by the ear. It's not considered appropriate nowadays. I wouldn't have thought. Right. Max or Mum? Bart's choice. So I could be mistaken about Bart's heritage. I know he's somehow related to Barry Allen, but I know it might not have been like thousands of years, because I think at one point Barry Allen went to the future and he lived in the future with Iris, because apparently Iris, it turned out in the end, was originally from the future herself, and she had to come back into the past to combat some kind of disease that she had or something like that, I seem to recall. And when it appeared that Iris was killed, she was sent back into the future. And then just before Crisis on Infinite Earths, Barry disappeared into the future and lived with Iris for a time before... Right, looks like he's in the future now. Go straight to your hyper chamber, young man, and no hollow vids for you tonight. He had the biggest feet in blinking comicdom, old Impulse. Yeah, I've got some clodhoppers there. You've got some clodhoppers that Impulse has. It looks like he's gone back home. Home alone. Max? Max Mercury ain't home. Wonder where Max has got to. Right, Mall Madness. Oh, this is Arrowette. So this is that one that when I was doing my Young Justice comics last time, and I was thinking it might be Arrowette. There's a woman on there with an arrow, with 5 arrows. I thought, is that Arrowette? I'm not sure. Maybe this is the first appearance of Arrowette. Maybe Arrowette appears first in Impulse before she goes into the Young Justice. Let's have a look. What's the year on this one? This is 97, and the Young Justice I've got is 99. Yeah, so maybe this is Arrowette before she went on to Young Justice. Slightly different look to her costume in that. So I may have been right when I said that she was called Arrowette and when I was looking at the Young Justice ones. It's okay, kids. This comic's approved. Yeah. An interesting choice of cover there. I'm not sure what that was all about. Seems a little bit on the lazy side. Impulse, not so fast. This looks like a throwback, almost like a homage to an old Flash comic where the Trickster's on a tricycle and Flash is unable to catch him up. It's not exactly the same, but it's got similar items, like a guy on a tricycle and the hero being unable to catch them. Absolutely nothing like this scene happens. Oh, sorry, I'll start that again. In this issue of Impulse, absolutely nothing like this scene happens. So there you go. It's even admitting that, back in the day they used to show covers and then you look at the cover and go, oh wow, that looks interesting, can't wait to see what happens there. And when you go inside, the scene was nowhere to be found. That's a kind of common-ish trope from back in the comic book days. But and that's actually playing on that trope. Right. God, that's a massive pile here. Right, here's a nice a nice face cover. Cool stuff. What do you mean this was for everyone? Oh, looks like they're on a Thanksgiving picnic or something and Bart's eating the lot. He's got to fill his boots somehow. Them big feet of his need filling up. Which ones are for me? How about this one or this one? Yeah. Christmas. Christmas. He's opening all the presents. Impulse goes ape. Oh, DC and their ape. DC and their apes. They had a whole series and a whole one of the years, all the annuals, everyone got turned into apes. It was some plot of Grodd. Swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Yeah, sure, whatever. Looks like he's in court. Is he gone bald there? Is that my imagination? Yeah, no, he's gone bald, isn't he? He's lost his hair. I don't remember that. Look, 'cause he's got big hair there. And I was thinking that, what's different about him? Has he got some kind of, I forgot he's normally got massive hair, hasn't he, to match his massive feet. But he's like, I don't know what happened there. I don't know what happened there, as long as it ain't catching. Right, are you a criminal? Are you insane? And this one, he's rafting on what do they call the rubber ring? He's on a rubber ring. Cowabunga! I'm sure there's a name for when you go on them rubber rings and go down the rapids. It's not whitewater rafting, because that involves a boat, I think, but yeah. What's happening now? Is he doing that, find the lady or whatever it is, on the little pea inside the cups. He's moving so fast that no one can follow it. I think his hair's growing back now, though. What happened to his hair? Yeah, it's another run I've not read since I initially read it, you know. At least I don't think I have, anyway. Hopefully I'll live for a long, long time and I'll be able to reread all my comics. Male unbonding. Did he just run straight through him? Has he got some kind of molecular cohesion problem? Molecular cohesion problem, yeah. Arrow's back. Get it? Yeah, showing her back. See, Arrow's back. Get it? Arrow's back. It is her back. Sorry, it's Arrowette's back. Right, virtual pest. Not a virtual pet, but a virtual pest. This is throwback to this must have been when the Tamagotchi virtual pets are all the rage. God, man, that's going back some, isn't it? Yeah, because this is like 20 odd years ago now. Bloody over 20 years old, this comic. Have you got that thing fixed yet? Kal-El's story. And then somehow some kind of anti-grav thing that's left him upside down in the air. Next year we can find your trick or treat into the immediate neighbourhood. He's got trick and treat bags from all over the world. Cool. God, I'm not even halfway through yet, I don't think. Right, number 45. Hey, Santa. Hey, wait up. What do you got for me? Can I see her? Can I? Cool. A couple of nice Christmas covers in this run. If we ever do Christmas covers again, we should do probably around Christmas. I'll have to try and remember though. I've got a couple of Impulse comics to show. Right, out of the way, Max Mercury. Impulse is Barry Allen's business now. Kinda, sort of, part of Chain Lightning. So this is a crossover, sort of, kinda, sort of, with a Flash story. I could have done that. Superman comes to Manchester. He's saving a cat out of the tree. I'm not going to read all these. It's Impulse and the Riddler. It looks like Impulse is getting on the Riddler's nerves by asking him a million questions. You know, like kids sometimes do. That's quite fun. He's not actually answering any of the questions. He's just asking the questions. I love the way they've got the creative team in the speech bubble, and you've got the Comics Code Authority stamp in the speech bubble as well. Very inventive. Well done, that artist. Right, 49. Impulse says goodbye. So he says bye to Evil Eye permanently. And then 50. Big 50. Impulse, Agent of the Bat. And the logo's been done in the Azrael Agent of the Bat kind of logo. There you go, he's taking on the Joker. Okay, 51. What's going on here? Kids, buy 2 copies of this issue, or this doll gets it. Okay, not sure who it's meant to be a doll of, but they're going to get it anyway if you don't buy 2 copies of this comic. Double Jeopardy. Is his name Inertia? I think it might be Inertia. I'm always forgetting his name. And like a couple of times I've gone to say, oh, you know, all I've said, oh, he's the guy who's like Impulse, but he's like a negative Impulse. Oh, he's got so. I think it is Inertia, actually. I think I may have remembered it for once. For once in my attempts to remember it, I've actually remembered it. Collision Course. And we've got a Day of Judgment tie-in. Looks like they're sitting in the cinema eating popcorn. And looks like the Gentleman Ghost is sitting in the chair in front of him, and there's all kinds of strange stuff all around him. Yeah, wasn't Day of Judgment a tie-in to when Spectre goes mad? Didn't the Spectre quit or something like that, and Eclipso somehow took over or something like that? And yeah, and I think we had like Hell on Earth and all things breaking loose at one point. I'm thinking that's what that's relating to. Hey, is there another one in there? Yeah. Let's put these back to back so I can just flip them over. Normally I have them back to back when there's 2 in a bag. For some reason I didn't do it that time. In the hands of Surreal. Surreal. And you've just doomed young Justice. Sorry. What's this? Some kind of amalgam of Batman Superman amalgam, but Superboy Robin amalgam instead. And he's just saying sorry. Okay. Got another Christmas cover. Wow. Impulse is the run that keeps on giving for Christmas covers. I have to remember that when December comes. Choose one which has got Mr. Mixie Plick Click and Plastic Man. Not exactly the 3 wise men. Yeah. Out of the way, Impulse. This is a job for Max Mercury. And it says, not even remotely part of No Man's Land. I like the way they tie into the crossovers without actually tying into them. But just by saying they're not actually part of that crossover. So don't even think about it. Well, Impulse loves Arrowette. Well, I'm not surprised. She's a pretty good looking lady. She's a very nice looking young lady. But looks like there's a 3rd woman about to give a invite to Bart to the prom or whatever it is, and not looking too happy. That's a shame. Calm, careful and contemplative. Could be check inside. Impulse. Is he calm, contemplative and careful? Interesting boot print. Oh, what would Flash do? It says on the bottom of his boot. What would Flash do? That's cool. That reminds me of my new show, if I ever get around to doing it. What would Jimmy do? Based on Jimmy Olsen. Right, Impulse and Stars and Stripe in a Day of Judgment follow-up. And it says the writer, and this is now, I don't know how long he was on. It was just for this comic, or the Johns did this one anyway. Jeff Jones, I'm assuming, who did the Stargirl run, didn't he? The Stars and Stripe run. That's another run I've got all of, Stars and Stripe. I really enjoyed that. It was really cool, fun, engaging, like obviously like catered for younger readers, but it's good, just good fun read. Mercury Falling, Max's toughest challenge lies within. Some of the comics based more for younger readers have kind of like, you know, they embraced the stuff that I loved about comic books when I was first getting them, when I was a kid myself. So I always like to check them out. It's a bloody price tag, 40p price tag. Look, it says Forbidden Planet Belfast, and I'm like, where the heck did this come from? I guess maybe it's just on the bag, and it came on a bag that I got, I don't know, for another Comic Con. I certainly never went to Belfast and bought a comic book for 40p, that's for sure. Yeah, Mercury Falling Part 2. Mercury Falling Part 3 on your Impulse 64 game system. Dinosaur! Hungry dinosaur. About to get some fast food. Get it? See what I did there? Impulse? Fast food? Come on. Right. Mercury Falling Part 4. Looks like Van Sciver on art. Death. The shattering conclusion to Mercury Falling. Looks like he's facing off against inertia. And Max Mercury is looking a bit grim there. Right, the JLA, JSA and Impulse. Welcome back, Max Mercury. And there's another bag with a 40p Forbidden Planet Belfast label on it. So let's just take that off as well. Terrible for taking labels off. I just leave them. I just leave them. It's only when I come to show them in a video that I suddenly think to myself, oh, maybe I should have taken that label off. Right, Impulse and Adam Strange. A Green Lantern Circle of Fire epilogue. That Circle of Fire, I've got all that for Green Lantern. It was all different heroes. And at one point there was a Green Lantern from Earth. Another Green Lantern, a female Green Lantern from Earth, who I'm assuming must be from another timeline or another dimension or something, because when there's Jessica Cruz, isn't it? I think I was saying something different in a couple of videos ago. I think I was saying Veronica Cruz or something like that. No, it's Jessica Cruz. She was like touted as being the first female Earth Green Lantern, but there was this Russian woman in the Circle of Fire. I can't remember what the whole premise of that was, but this is another epilogue, in a Circle of Fire epilogue. Impulse, the cold. Oh, sorry. Why did I say cold? Somebody looked like cold to me. It's not. It's Loco. The Loco motion picture. I'll save you. Everybody wants to get into the act. Okay, looks like two impulses maybe. Oh, it's not an impulse of two Earths kind of thing, like a flash of two Earths. And some young lady tied to the train tracks. And a Loco coming along. Right. What did you say to get him steamed? I've got another Belfast Forbidden Planet label on this bag. Take that off. Some kind of robo thing, like a steampunk robot, I'm guessing. That's hence the joke about getting steamed. I was too late to save my best friend. Too late. No. Unusual amount of grief on a Impulse cover. But too much pathos, is it? Is pathos the right word? I have no idea. Right. This has got a label for some shop called Fantastic Store, 95p. Flash forward. No, I said they're all. It's like a legion of Flash police or something like that. Embrace the future with Impulse. Shout out for the logo as well. The Impulse logo has always been quite cool, with the crackle of speed coming off of the S. Right. Zap! A strange new superpower for Impulse. And it says, where did Impulse get his new power? It's a strange X-ray going on here. Doesn't actually tell you what his new power is, but there's something wrong with his insides. Come on, they'll win this war over my dead body. Alright, here's the Casualties of War Crossover. You got a split page, and on one side it says, come on, they'll win this war over my dead body. And then people charging into battle, and Impulse is the one saying those famous last words. And then in the very next panel, there's a three of the Young Justice looking over a grave with Impulse's logo on it, with the words, that's not funny, written on it. Come on, they'll win this war over my dead body. That's not funny. I don't think he dies in this issue, but... oh, who knows? And then this one is saying, it's all over. I'll never be Impulse again. Ooh. What's happened here then? And it looks like a flash ring. He puts his costume inside probably. As is the tradition in the Flash world. Right, I've got a Joker Last Life tie-in. Another Forbidden Planet Belfast sticker. For 40p. Those are cheap. Anyway, Impulse running on fumes. It's a Joker Last Life tie-in. Right, I'm better than Impulse. I'm smarter, I'm faster, I'm cuter. I'm better looking, I have more hair, my costume's better. I should have my own book. Say what you want, I'm not coming back. Some character called White Lightning. She has got bigger hair, I'll say that for her. Right, they're obviously trying out some new logos. They're playing old boring one there, Impulse 81, and he's coming charging up down the road, and some guy's trying to write Impulse and not doing too fine a job of it. Monsters from the Kid. You can see there it said originally Monsters from the Id. And the K's been added. Monsters from the Id is from Forbidden Planet, the 1957 or whatever it was, 1950s sci-fi movie. The Monsters from the Id was what was killing people in that movie. Right, number 83. You will buy this issue of Impulse. There's some woman given the brain hoodoo on this front cover. There's another 40p blinking Forbidden Planet sticker on it as well. So where have they come from? Yeah, and it looks like Impulse is being hypnotised. He's saying, good idea, nice cover, pretty girl on the inside. Hey, it's this issue's villain. And he's actually in a comic shop as well, if you look. There's all his comic boxes on the side. This is the villain who's saying, buy this comic book. You will buy this issue of Impulse. Buy this issue of Impulse. And you can see the comic books. You see for someone's... it's either a comic book shop, or I think it's a shop because there's stuff on a shelf there, or it could be someone's man cave. Someone's got a cool collection and this is their man cave. It's possible. But I'm just going to say, comment on this video, like this video. You will like this video, gaze into the eyes of the supervillain of the hour, and like this video and leave a comment. Yeah. Worth a try. Right, Impulse with the flash from the JSA. Look who my new mentor is. It's Jay Garrick. Part 2 of 5. Kid flashback. World without Impulse, it's saying. Oh, yeah, I think he becomes Kid Flash for a while before he becomes the Flash. I prefer Impulse, I think. I mean, Kid Flash is Wally West, you know, and he was cool, but I like Impulse as he is. Impulse is the most powerful hero in the universe. Yep, everyone's looking pretty shocked on that. And Batman, what? Flash, what? Superman's looking fairly stoic about it. Green Lantern and Wonder Woman are both. How comes? Right, it's your own fault, Impulse. Weather goes berserk, cars fly, dogs talk. A German Shepherd walks into a bar. I can tell this because I'm part Shepherd. Okay. Right. Actually, this is a good idea. I get blamed for everything. There we go. A fun, silly cover. Like that dog talking about German Shepherd walked into a bar. Right. I hope someone's taping this. Reality TV takes a step backward with Impulse. Okay. There's no one like Impulse. No one likes Impulse. Hey! That's not what they're saying. They say there's no one like Impulse, not no one likes Impulse. It's just like there's no one like the Grey Man. What do you mean no one likes the Grey Man? Oh, you're so mean. Right. Oh, it's an annual. Okay, we've run out. That's the last one then. Number 89 was the last Impulse. I thought it was about 100, but I was 11 short. Right, I've got Impulse annual number 1 from 1996, Legends of the Dead Earth. So this is after Earth is long dead, and there's a character who is normally like a character who bases himself on Impulse or bases himself on the hero, or somehow are influenced by the legend of the hero. Quite a good set of stories. I think the Legends of the Dead Earth. Right, then we've got this Impulse plus Gross Out, exploding from the pages of Scare Tactics. It's got another 40p Forbidden Planet label on the cover. Let me just take that off. There we are. They were short-lived characters. Scare Tactics. It was like a band. It was kind of like Creature Commandos, but instead of being a military commando outfit, they were a rock band. Oh, okay. I think Gross Out might have been the drummer. Then we got annual number 2, Pulp Heroes Impulse, Runners of the Purple Sage, Weird Western Tales. Yeah, this year, 1997, all the annuals were kind of like done in the old pulp story style, so it'd be like some martial arts or Man of Bronze kind of stuff, and this is obviously based on the old it says Weird Western, but yeah, definitely based on the old Western pulps. Last comic, very last comic. It's another Impulse one, Impulse and the Atom Double Shot, featuring Battle of the Tiny Titans. Dan Jurgens. This is a throwback to I can't remember if it's the first issue of Atom or his first appearance on the Showcase. I think it might be his first appearance on the Showcase. I've been trying to buy Atom number 1 recently, but I can't remember what the cover is now, whether it's this one or a different one. But yeah, I probably won't. Until I get a job or start earning loads of money from YouTube, I won't be getting that Atom number 1 this year. I am reasonably confident, unless I somehow miraculously find it going really cheap. That's the dream, isn't it? Finding like a haul, like someone you don't even know contacts you and go, oh, I've got these comics that I'm trying to give away, and you turn up and it's like ding 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 ding, loads of great comics, and they're giving them away for nothing. That's the dream. Anyway, I'm out of here. That was it. That was far too many comics. Thanks for tuning in. I'll shout out a small channel if I can remember or think of one. I'll do a jingle for a less bigly channel. You make sure you sub them up now you're here. Leave a comment down below. And I hope you have an amazing day. 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 Boo! And until next time, may all your news be good news.
Don't be a slouch, don't be a grouch, go and sub up Nerdycouch. Oh yeah, Nerdycouch, go and sit on his couch and read some comics. It's Nerdycouch, don't be a grouch or a slouch, go and sub up Nerdycouch. Boo!